How y'all doing?
Welcome to the auditorium. The great Red Chair is about to present his next game.
Thank you very much.
Action Sports Radio.
Oh, you're too kind. Oh, really? Oh, what an honor. Thank you.
It's a legend
I deserve
in
it.
his own mind.
The 1965 Major League All-Star Game was played on July 13th, 1965 at Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. The game resulted in a 6-5 victory for the NL. I remember watching this game. Probably the first game that I remember watching, probably. Traditionally, the managers of the winning pennant baseball teams of the previous year would have managed their respective leagues. However, the firing of 1964 Yankees manager Yogi Berra was George Steinbrenner already at it, and the resignation of 64 Cardinals manager Johnny Keane, who then managed the Yankees. The second-place managers, White Sox manager Al Lopez and Phillies manager Gene Mauch, I remember Gene, would manage their respective teams. After only 5 batters, the National League owned a 3-0 lead. Willie Mays hit a leadoff home run to left field off Milt Pappas, followed by a Willie Stargell single, 2-run Joe Torre homer. Stargell's 2-run homer in the second inning off Mudcat Grant made it 5-0. The NL was coasting until a 4-run fifth against Jim Maloney, of all people, which included a pair of 2-run homers by Dick McAuliffe and Harmon Killebrew, tying the game at 5-all. The winning run scored in the 7th versus Sam McDowell on a walk to Mays. Single by Hank Aaron. Ground out to Roberto Clemente. Infield hit by Ron Santo. Saving the game for the NL with 2 innings of relief was Bob Gibson, who, with Tony Oliva in scoring position after a 9th-inning double, struck out Killebrew and Joe Pepitone to end the game. Attendance was announced as 46,706. NL starter Juan Marichal was named the game's MVP. Kirk Farrell, Bob Gibson, Sandy Koufax, Jim Maloney, Juan Marichal, Bob Veal. The players were Johnny Edwards, Joe Torre, Ernie Banks, Ed Kranepool, Cookie Rojas, Pete Rose, Richie Allen, Ron Santo, Leo Cardenas, Maury Wills, Hank Aaron, Johnny Callison, Roberto Clemente, Willie Mays, Frank Robinson, was playing for the Reds still, Willie Stargell, the Pirates, and Billy Williams from the Cubs. The manager was Gene Mauch. His coaches were Bobby Bragan and Dick Sisler. Wasn't it Bobby Bragan who said Spani won't win 6 games? Pretty sure. So what I decided to do was take the All-Star game, or team, of each year from the 2 opposing teams, 1930 and 1965. So it would be the 1930 AL All-Stars versus the 1965 NL. And I had to create the All-Star team myself for the AL. I said AL for 1930, I hope. Joe Cronin, Charlie Gehringer, Babe Ruth, Al Simmons, Jimmy Fox, Earl Averill, Mickey Cochran, Tony Lazzeri, and Lefty Grove. That's the starting lineup for the game. And on the bench, we have Earl Combs, Bill Dickey, Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Dykes, Sam Rice, Heine Manouche, Joe Judge, Goose Goslin, Hank Greenberg, Joe Bowler. Pitchers are Wahlberg, Farrell, Lyons, Stewart, Harder, Whitehill, and Ewell. I went by War.
Thank you kindly. That's all, folks.
Thank you. All right. Well, let's see. I know what we're going to have for a crowd. We'll try it first time, see what happens. Willie Mays, the first batter here against Lefty Grove. Should be a good ball game. I see the 1930 guys are looking pretty good on D. We'll see what happens here. Cronin's a 2. That's good. Gehringer, Fox. Simmons, Averill, and Ruth in the outfield. Is there a third? Cochran's behind the plate. Okay, first pitch. All right, I'm going to have to set it to dice. Lefty winds and delivers the 0-2 pitch. Swing, strike 3. Struck him out. Oh, that's too damn bad. That's too bad. I can't get the damn crowd to work. Okay, well, we're just going to have to forget about a crowd. And this is here. I never played it this way before. No dice, huh? I'll try it for an inning. All right, Hank Aaron is up. He makes his way. Glove's asking for a new ball. The ump throws him a new one. Grove looks in. He's ready. That's a fly ball. And he drops it. Aaron races to second on the play. One error on the American League this afternoon. Hey. All right, here we go. Aaron Stargell is the batter. Aaron's on second. I like it better this way. 3-4. He struck him out. Stargell goes down. I don't have Willie Stargell's picture. All right, here we are now. Dick Allen is up. Grove and Aaron on second. There's 2 outs. We're on the top of the first. 6-2. That's going to be a ground ball back to the box. Grove pick it up, throw him out. Ain't over. Inning we played, no score. Here comes 1930 Americans. Joe Cronin's up. And Sandy Koufax. Fly ball, left field. Willie Stargell moves over and makes the grab. 1 down. Here comes Charlie Gehringer. 5-2. That's going to be another fly ball. We got 2 twos in a row. It's not. Doesn't happen very often. That looks like a foul ball. He jumps. He's got it. Scored a fine F9. 2 away. Here's the Babe against Sandy Koufax. Classic matchup. See what happens here. 1-8. He struck him out. Bam. Sandy Koufax slider. All right. Here he had a great curveball. That's what Pete Rose said. Top of the second. Said it was the greatest curveball he ever saw. Joe Torre is up. The catcher for the National League All-Stars. 4-7. He singles to center field. Looking at it on the surface, on paper, I would say the 1930 team looks awful tough. But the 65 team does too. I would pick the 30 team to win. That would be my pick. By 2. Okay. We'll see what the score ends up being. Here's Ernie Banks. Got a man on first. 1-5. That's a double 1-5. That's going to be a base hit for Ernie Banks. He skips through the infield. That's going to put Torre over at third base. That slow-footed Torre was able to make it. Now we got first and third with nobody out. Pete Rose. Uh-oh, we got something going here. That's going to be a 58-footer. Cochran can't come up with it. It's off his chest. The runners will advance. Wild pitch by Grove. Torre crosses the plate, standing up. Oh, boy. Wild pitch. Here's Pete Rose. I wish I had my crowd, darn it. 2-9. I'm going to have to go to work on that. Seriously. That's a strikeout. Okay. We're in the second inning. We got 1 out. Banks is on second base. Maury Wills is the batter. 2-9. That's going to be a fly ball left field. Simmons is a 1. He should have no problem getting that. He's under it. He makes the grab. That's 2 down. Man on second. Sandy Koufax is up. 3-6. Struck him out. Lefty Grove strikes out Sandy Koufax to end the inning. The National 1965ers get 1. Scores 1-0. Here comes Al Simmons in the bottom of the second. I remember dealing with him. 2-6. That's a base hit to left field. He's a hitting machine. He's on first base. All right, here comes Jimmy Fox. 1-12. Fly ball left field. Stargell is at 3. He gets good wood on it. He's out. 1 away. 6-6. Ground ball to second base. 1-2. Looks like grabs it, throws the second. He got himself a double play. 3-6-3. Hard way. After 2 innings, the National League leads 1-0. Sorry, 65 team. Here's Willie Mays. It's going to be a ground ball to third base. Lazeri drops it. It's an error. That's error number 2 of the game for the American League. So we got a man on first base. Here's Hank Aaron. Mays is holding close to the bag. Grove watching him closely. Kicks and deals. So 4-6. That's a base hit to center field. Hank Aaron Moves Mays over to third. We got men on first and third. Of course, since I said the 1930 team was the favorite, now they'll probably get their ass kicked. Here's Stargell. He's off to the races there and gets a great jump. The ball is cut off. The throw back, the play. He's out. Risky play. Almost worked. Man, what an exciting play. So he tried to steal the plate. He tried to steal home. Is that right? I have to look. Sorry. He's trying to get Aaron. Bobby Bragan is giving the green light. The ball is okay. They did the first steal second, cut the ball off, throw him out at home thing. Got it. Okay. That was a good move. But he was out. So, there's one away. Good defensive move. Usually they don't fall for it. It's low. Too late. Damage is done. Score a pass ball. Man, 1930 guys got to get their poop in a group here. There's one out in the top of the third. There's a man on third. They did get him, cut him down at the plate though. 2 and 9. It's a strikeout. 2 outs. Okay. Stargell stood there like a lamppost, like a statue. 1 and 7. That's a walk to Dick Allen. 65's got something going here. First and third, 2 outs. Joe Torre is up. Allen takes his lead. He's unable to get the lead he wants, though. 5. That's going to be a base hit for Torre. Drives in a run. It's 2-0. 65 All-Stars. They're not playing around today. 6 and 7. He struck him out. Okay, we get out of the inning now with 1 run, minimal damage. There's Mickey Cochran in the bottom of the third. Struck him out. Sandy Koufax is on the hill. He's the big equalizer. I guess I didn't take him into consideration. I figure Lefty Grove and him about even. Tony Ozeri, maybe not. 7, he struck him out. Sandy Koufax has got it going on big time. There's 2 down. Here's Lefty Grove, the pitcher. 3 and 10, struck him out. I mean, with all those guys sitting on the bench, I don't know, Lou Gehrig shouldn't be sitting. I know that. I'd played Gehrig ahead of Fox. I almost managed the 65 team, but changed my mind. 3 and 7, that's a ground ball to short. He's going to be out. We get Pete Rose. We're in the top of the 4th. 1 out. There's Maury Wills. Going to try to get on with a sneaky little bunt, but he flicks it over to Fox, and that's an out. Ozeri makes a nice barehanded grab. Sandy Koufax, 2 and 8, ground ball to second base. That's going to end the inning. So we're in the bottom of the 4th, 2-0. 65 All-Stars from the National League lead. It's 4 and 9, ground ball to short. Wills is a 2. And it's a base knock. Glanced off his glove. He's hitting the hole. He couldn't get to it. There's going to be no throw. So Cronin's on. American League has made 2 errors today. The National League none, but it was a nice effort anyway. No error on the play. 4 and 7. It's a strikeout. Koufax mowing him down. Gehringer is out of there. There's 1 away. Here comes the Babe. Pitch gets away from Koufax. Torre can't handle it. Charge, a wild pitch to Sandy Koufax. Cronin takes second. Man on second. Babe Ruth is up. He did a big blast here. 6 and 3. That's a fly ball. A lot of low numbers. I don't know if he's going to get a tag. He's going for it. He makes it. Cronin. A speedy Cronin makes third. So we got 2 outs. Man on third. Bottom 4th. Al Simmons, he's a hitting machine. Let's see. That's a home run, 1-15. That's a blast in the gap. He's going to skip on through all the way to the wall. He's going to get himself a double. That'll score a run. 1930's on the board. Jimmy Fox. I'd pinch hit. 6 and 11. Ground ball to short. He's going to be out. I'm going to make that change. The National League leads 2-1. I'm going to make a change here. I just think Lou Gehrig should be playing first base. And Jimmy Fox is a great player and all, but he's not Lou Gehrig. Come on. So I'm going to temporarily take control of the 1930 team for the visitors. Oops, sorry, they're home. Go to the home and take Lou Gehrig, put him into Jimmy Fox's spot. Alright, I know left-hander and all, but alright, Willie Mays is up. Put the computer back in control. Here's the pitch to Willie from Lefty Grove. 2-4, line out. It's going to be one down. And here comes Hank Aaron. He's got himself a two-base error and a single today. That's going to be another line out. Hit it hard, but it's a bouncing line out. So here's Willie Stargell. Oh, he's dangerous. He hits a single to center field. He struck out twice before that. Finally got a hold of one. Knocks it into center for a base hit. Here comes Dick Allen. Dangerous too. 5-10. Catcher X. Well, he hits a little nubber on the ground. He throws it over to Gehrig. The inning's over. That does it for a National 1965 in the fifth. They leave one on base. 5 stranded so far today. Scores 2-1. Going to the bottom of the fifth. Earl Averill. 5-9. That's a strikeout. Sandy Koufax. Man, I don't know how many he's got so far, but it's got to be at least 5 or 6. Here's Cochran. He struck out earlier. 5-5. That's another one. That's 2 strikeouts. 2 strikeouts in a row for Koufax. He's a machine. I can't believe my Tigers beat him 1-0. The 60s tournament. 5-5. That's 5K S2. Line drive caught by Maury Wills. 3 up, 3 down. A perfect inning for Sandy Koufax. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Or we're going to the top of the sixth, sorry. And Joe Torre is up. That's going to be a fly ball to right field. Ruth should handle that, no problem. One down. I hope my voice is better today. I fixed that echo problem. Figured it out. Here's Ernie Banks. It's 1 for 2 today. That's going to be a double for Ernie Banks. They keep hitting that 4 and 5 spot on Grove. They should make a pitching change. I don't know. It looks pretty weak. There's Pete Rose, the man on second. He did win the pitching triple crown. 4 and 9. He walks him, but that 4, man, hurts him. First and second, Maury Wills is the batter. 6 and 3. That's a ground ball back to the box. Grove comes up with it. It could be 2. No. Score at 1-6. Banks takes third. The runner on first. Rose is out. So they get the force out at second. First and third now. 2 down. Sandy Koufax is up. They're going to let him swing away. 4 home run, 1-3. Oh man, and Sandy Koufax is going to help his own cause by getting a double off the pitcher's card for Grove. That makes it 4-1. Willie Mays is up. 5 and 4. He pops it up. Boy, that 4 slot really hurts Grove. All those runs they've gotten have been on that string right there. That's all for the National 1965ers after 5.5 innings in the American League this afternoon at Yankee Stadium. The National leads 4-1. Okay, here's Lefty Grove. I would use a pinch hitter. 5 and 7. Triple 1-4. Well, he's going to hit a long fly out. Got a hold of it. Made a bid, but he's going to come up short. Willie Mays makes a dive and grab. What a great play by Willie. Willie Mays style. Here comes Joe Cronin. There's 1 out. Americans better get something going. 4 and 3. That's going to 5 and 3. That's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. He's out. 2 up, 2 down. Charlie Gehringer. Got to start hitting that batter's card. There's a 1-5 home run, 1-11. There's a long fly ball. That's going to be out of here. Charlie Gehringer. Adios. And he crunched it. That one traveled 460 feet. 460-foot blast for the light hitting Gehringer. He never struck me as a power hitter. There's Babe Ruth, but you never know. He had a quick bat. 4 and 6. Struck him out. Strikes out the Babe. Struck out twice today. That ends the 6th. We're going to the top of the 7th. The score is 4-2. 1930s hanging in there just like the Red Sox did against the Mets. Here's Hank Aaron. Keep him close to the belt. 3-2. That's a fly ball to center field. Hard hit fly ball. It's going to be Willie Stargell. Is it Willie Stargell or Willie Stargell? He used to have that weird batting stance where he'd make the back go like in a circle and go up on his toes. I remember that from the 70s series, 79 series. 2 and 3. Ground ball to first. When I kept playing that song, we are family. Here's Dick Allen. We got 2 outs. 4-2 is the score. Here's having struck him out. All right, Lefty Grove does the job there. 1, 2, 3. All right, I didn't have the song play this time. Which player holds the National League record for most home runs hit by a right-handed hitter in a career with 755? One of the questions in this game, they're either ridiculously easy or they're really hard. There's been a few middle of the road ones, I guess. That's Hank Aaron. Okay, let's guess. Let's hit the answer. Hank Aaron. I got this one right. All right, Al Simmons is up. Sandy Koufax is on the hill. Scores 4-2. Koufax is coasting along here. 4-hitter. 2-2. Fly ball left field. I haven't seen so many 2s in the game in a long time. And he's going to be out. Easy out for Koufax. There's Lou Gehrig. Nice picture. All right, first time for Lou up. Oh, there you go. That's why Lou Gehrig plays. Right there. Long blast to right field. Way back, and she's gone. Home run for Lou Gehrig. That's why you don't sit Lou Gehrig. I don't know what a 1 and 5 would have been for Jimmy Fox. We'll have to see. Home run. Woo. All right, here's Earl Averill. Now it's 4-3. We got a game. 6 and 8. That's a strikeout. Koufax back to his way. Struck him out. 2 away in the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-3 here. 5 and 9. That's another strikeout. Koufax. Damn. His 10th. I knew he had a few. I didn't know he had 10. We've played through 7 here at the old ballpark. The score is 4-3. 65 All-Stars lead. Joe Torre's 2 for 3 today with a ribby. 2 and 3, he walks. Joe Torre was a good hitter. Got a man on first. Ernie Banks is up. 1. Forward. Ground ball to third. We're going to get him. Over to second for 1. Not in time at first. Score at 5-4. The runner on first. Torre is out. Here's Petey Rose. He's 0 for 2 with a walk today. 3 feet higher. It looks a super throw by Carter on the slide. Banks is a dead shot. Guns him down. And there is 2 outs. Here's Pete Rose. 5 and 10. Catcher X. He's going to be out. Okay. We're in the bottom of the 8th. It's getting close to the end of the game here. It's 4-3. Let's see what they can do. Tony Lazzeri is up. Koufax still on the hill. 2 and 3. Fly ball center field. A lot of low numbers. Mays shouldn't have any problem with that. He dives. And he makes the play. 1965 gets the first out of the inning. Here's Lefty Grove. We're going to be able to pinch hitter here. Yes, Jimmy Dykes steps out of the dugout. He'll be up there against Koufax. Dykes is hitting .301 this year with 6 home runs. 4 and 11. Lines out. Man, he just missed a home run. Lines out to Banks. He's out of there. Sure, it said Banks. Okay, Allen plays it on a bounce over to Banks. Well, I saw it bouncing, but it said line out. Hold on. 2 and 7. That's a base hit left field. Keep it going alive. It's 2 outs. Charlie Gehringer, he's gone deep already once today. Taking the lead is Cronin. Cronin has to hold tight to the bag. He struck him out. His 11th strikeout, isn't it? Strike 3. No runs, no hits. 1 hit, no errors. Mel Harder has been called from the bullpen. A few warm-up tosses will be set to go. The score's 4-3. Top of the 9th. Let's see if the National League can get a run here. A little insurance. They could use it. 5-3. Fly ball to left field. Simmons coming over. He's going to have that. No problem. 1 down. Sandy Koufax, I expect the pinch hitter. Johnny Callison steps out of the dugout. He's up there. Digging in. Here comes the pitch from Mel Harder, the new pitcher for the 30s. That is going to be a home run, 1-2. That's going to be a blast into the nook in center field. He's going to get himself a triple. 1-out triple for Johnny Callison. You man. Oh, he tried to make it in the top corner. And he was gunned down. So we got 2 outs. Nice try. He should have stayed. You got Willie Mays on up to bat. That was not that smart. Willie has struck out, got on base on an error, and popped up. Pitch from Harder. 6-6. Single center field for Willie Mays. Now, Willie had really good speed. He's trying to stretch it into the double. And he's out. Oh, man. They keep trying to pegged out. Here comes Mr. Babe Ruth. This is it, the last chance here for the American League. They're down 4-3. Don Drysdale is the new pitcher. And here comes Babe Ruth stepping in. He's due. He's struck out, flown out, and struck out. Here comes the pitch, 5-8. That's a pop-up to second base. He got under. He just missed it. Pete Rose would make the grab on that. Just one away. Al Simmons is 2 for 3 with a double today. 7 triple 1 to 17. Man, Simmons gets a hold of one. He unloads on it. He's going to get himself a triple. You going to try to stretch it into an end of the Parker too? He's digging for third, 3-bagger for Simmons. No, he's smart. He's not going to do that. Here comes the big bat, Lou Gehrig. He had a home run his first time up. I put him in for Jimmy Fox. He threw a 1 and a 5. So I'm going to look at that for Fox and see what that would have been. Gene Mock will be bringing in Bob Gibson. Been called from the bullpen. All right, right-hander against the left-hander. 1 out. Man on third. It's a tying run. There comes the pitch. 1 and 7. That's a home run. 1-3. He's going to launch a double over Mays' head. That's going to tie the ball game. And Gehrig is going to be on second base. Wow. Slides in safely. Okay, we got a man at second. Earl Averill. I put him in pinch runner for Gehrig. It's going to be a change. Looks like Bob Gibson's going to hit the shower. Sammy Ellis will be coming in relief. Bottom of the 9th here at Yankee Stadium. All tied up at 4. 62. That's going to be S. I don't know what that is. Let's just see what happens. Base hit in the center field. Averill has a base hit. Gehrig takes third. See if he will use the pinch runner. He will score. There's Cochran. Averill stretches his lead. Slider, Torrey pumps, but no throw. Goes on to the ball. He's safe. 4 and 2. Fly ball center field. Wow, 2. That's smashed into center field. Gehrig will score. They're going to give him a base hit for that. And the ball game is over. A walk-off base hit by Mickey Cochran wins the game in the bottom of the 9th for the 1930 team. They won it in much the same fashion the 1930 Red Sox beat the 65 Mets. Ball game is over. Wow. That was a good game. American League wins it 5-4. Pulled it out. Let's get a look at the box score. Okay, so visitor had 4. Well, I guess yeah, I know this isn't the score. This is just where do you put it. But I'm just gonna do it anyway. Oh, jeez, I really gotta do this. There it is. Willie Mays was 1 for 5. Hank Aaron was 1 for 4. He scored a run. Willie Stargell 1 for 4. Dick Allen 0 for 3. Joe Torre 2 for 3. The run scored and an RBI. Banks 2 for 4 with a run scored. Rose was 0 for 3. Maury Wills was 0 for 4. Sandy Koufax did have a 2-run single and was coasting along, but couldn't quite hold on. And Johnny Callison came in, delivered a single, and that was it for the hitting for the 65 team. They had 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the 1930 bunch, Joe Cronin was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Charlie Gehringer was 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Babe Ruth was 0 for. That hurt. Al Simmons was 3 for 4. Jimmy Fox was 0 for 2, and then I brought in Lou Gehrig because I just couldn't see him sitting under Fox. He went 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. It might have been the difference. Probably did. Averill was 1 for 4. Cochran was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Lazari 0 for. Grove 0 for. And Jimmy Dykes pinch hit, and he was out. How the scoring went? The NL All-Stars were in control early. They got 1 in the second and 1 in the third, take a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the fourth, the 30 AL finally got on the board, 2-1. But the NL All-Stars stretched it out to 4-1 on the top of the sixth with 2. That was that big Sandy Koufax single, I believe. Then the NL All-Stars came up with a home run from Lou Gehrig. They got their second run. It was 4-2 at that point. They got another run in the bottom of the seventh to make it 4-3, and then in the bottom of the ninth, they scored 2 runs on a walk-off single by Mickey Cochran to win it 5-4. 5 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the AL 1930 team. Sandy Koufax pitched 8 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, and he struck out a whopping 11. He gave up 2 home runs, though, 2 long balls. Don Drysdale gets a hold. He pitched a third of an inning. He gave up a hit, a run, and it was earned. Gibson takes the loss and gets a blown save at the same time. Didn't pitch any innings, but he gave up a hit and a run. It was earned. And Sam Ellis gave up 2 hits. Those were Gibson's guys on base that scored, I guess. Grove pitched 8 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 were earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. Pitched well enough to win. Mel Harder gets the Vulture victory. He pitched an inning with 2 hits. Attendance 37,570. It was a day game. They were the umpires. The game took 2 hours and 29 minutes. The left on base, NL All-Stars 6, the AL All-Stars 3. Double plays, 1-0. Errors, Averill and Lazari. Doubles, Ernie Banks, Sandy Koufax, Al Simmons, and Lou Gehrig. Triples, Callison and Simmons. Home runs, Charlie Gehringer and Lou Gehrig. RBIs, Torre. Koufax had 2. Wouldn't think those 2 would have knocked the runs in with all that meat in the lineup. Gehringer, Al Simmons, Lou Gehrig had 2. I'd say he was the player of the game. Mickey Cochran. Stolen base, Earl Averill. Caught stealing, Willie Mays and Ernie Banks. Walks, Dick Allen, Joe Torre, Pete Rose. There's your strikeouts. Grounded in double plays, Earl Averill, Sandy Koufax and Lefty Grove both lost 1. Wild pitches, 2 out RBIs, Torrey Simmons, Koufax 2, and Charlie Gehringer. There's the guys who left runners in scoring position. And NL was 2 for 11. The AL was 4 for 6. That was probably that was stellar. That was the reason why they won the game. They had some clutch hitting. I'd say the player of the game for me was by far Lou Gehrig, and that's why I brought him in. I'm like, there's no way, because I've seen him play before in this game, and he's always automatic. Okay, that's going to end the game. So the 1930 All-Stars beat the 1965 National League, and much in the same way that the Red Sox beat the 65 Mets in the 9th inning, except this time they had the hammer. It was the only difference. All right, then. That's going to conclude the broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Oh, I wanted to do something. I wanted to look at Jimmy Fox's card and see what 1 and 5. Well, he would have hit a home run too. So there you have it. Jimmy Fox is a right-handed batter. Wow, that's a new one for me. I always thought he was a lefty. Huh. You learn something new every day. Okay, well, maybe it wasn't such a great move, but you never know what that double would have been. I don't remember what the throw was. Wasn't it a 1 and 11? Yes, it was. See there? Ground ball, third base, so it did matter. Let's take a look. I'm pretty sure it was a 1 and 11. No, maybe it wasn't. Oh, jeez, I can't remember. I'll have to look when I watch it. It was something. I just can't remember what it was. Maybe it wouldn't count it so much. Still, it was a great game. All right, I'm done blabbing. I'll see you.